So, Micah Parsons wants to know, is it Jalen Hurts or is it the team? Why can't it be both? Why can't we just come to the simple conclusion and the obvious conclusion that maybe it's both? Just maybe. All right, y'all. Let's jump into this. What's up, Cerebral Football fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports Channel. And if you're new to the channel, this will be the first, second, third time you caught my content and you enjoyed today's discussion. We're on a journey. We're on a path that just took us over 6,900 subscribers. We're heading towards 7,500 subscribers. I would love for you to be a part of that equation and join the Cerebral Football community. We call ourselves the Cerebral Lights. Just need you to hit that subscribe button to do that. To my OG subscribers, hat in hand, here to ask you that favor, guys. By the way, brand new ball cap, guys. Check that out. Hey, man, hit that thumbs up button, smash that like button, help me spike this algorithm and get this in front of new people that can potentially convert to our little audience here on the YouTube. All right, by now I know you've heard it. I know you've heard the podcast. I think it was on Von Miller's podcast or something to do there. That's what I saw on the screen, at least, to where Michael Parsons kind of introduced this line of thought, this conversation about Jalen Hurts and whether or not he should be the front runner for MVP, whether or not he's as good as it looks, or if it's just the fact that the talent around him is so good. And, it's funny just because in some respects, I don't feel like Jalen Hurts is ever going to get the credit he deserves for the improvements he's made from certain people. A lot of us, even people who completely doubted Jalen Hurts have come around and say, like, Steve, man, we got it, man. We got the true dual-threat quarterback we've all been looking for. Like, the guy we thought so many other people were, like, this dude is like, this is next level to what this guy can do to a defense. A lot of us have come around to the realization of just how good of a player he is. But yet, there's still a pervasive thought that exists among other fan bases and among other clubhouses that this guy isn't as good as people think. I love it, man, because I don't know that Jalen Hurts needs any kind of external motivation, to be quite honest. I think the young man motivates himself quite well without needing any external sources to do so. He certainly has faced greater criticism than Micah Parsons on a podcast, asking whether or not he's the guy, whether or not he's really as good as it seems. And I think Micah's a little tongue-in-cheek here, guys. I think Micah knows the answer. I think that this is a rivalry thing, and he's trying to put that jab in there, man. He's taking a shot while he can. With that said, man, if I'm a coach, I'd have a problem with this. Micah be in my office for this one. In my opinion, someone who spent a lot of time coaching, guys, you don't give people bulletin board material, especially when you're in a dogfight to potentially try to salvage your division, pull it away from a team, and try to still potentially even gain a number one overall seed. The last thing you want to do is to give another team motivation heading on the road to your home stadium in just a couple of weeks. Like I said, not really sure that Jalen Hurts needs that kind of motivation, but I promise you everybody else on the football team has heard it. I promise you other people are going to want to make a point about this. To me, it was really foolish to do that. I think that was a really, really foolish decision personally. I would be ticked if someone from the Eagles did that. That would definitely irritate me that they gave another team bulletin board material like that. With that said, I will say that Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts, man. He's calm, he's cool, he's collected, and he seems to always just kind of let it kind of roll off, brush it off the shoulder, you know what I'm saying? That's how Jalen Hurts is. It's like nothing gets to him. It's never the excitement, it's never the lows, he's just Jalen. Which makes such a tremendous aspect to playing the quarterback position, the fact that you can keep your emotions in check like that. With that said, man, I cannot wait till the end of this season. I cannot wait to revisit a lot of these conversations regarding number one, because it's going to be interesting, man. There's a lot of folks I think are going to be eating a lot of crow. And by the way, man, I can't even just sit here and act like it's just Dallas Cowboy players and fans saying this stuff. We've had plenty of people who are Philadelphia Eagle fans say way worse than what Micah Parsons just said. If we're going to be honest, guys. If we're going to call a spade, there's been people who said a heck of a lot worse than what Micah Parsons just said. But with that said, I'll just bring up this little closing statement. As great as Patrick Mahomes is, and Patrick Mahomes is an absolute baller, I will say, go back a couple of years ago to that Super Bowl against Tampa Bay. Do you remember how beat up the offense was for Kansas City in that Super Bowl? Particularly the offensive line. Do you remember the extent and the amount of pressure Tampa Bay put on Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City? I have not seen many games that Patrick Mahomes has been in to where he looked completely human. He looked normal, average. I mean, that's hard to do to Patrick Mahomes. It's really difficult to make Patrick Mahomes look like that because he's just that phenomenal of a player. It just kind of goes back to the point of where you're talking about, is it the team, is it the team? Look, when Pat Mahomes was young, Pat Mahomes still had Kelsey. Pat Mahomes still had Tyreek Hill. Pat Mahomes still had Andy Reid. Pat Mahomes still had a lot of guys, a lot of coaches, a good offensive line until he got injured. Like, I think it's almost any team, guys. Even those years where Brady was winning when he was really young. I mean, we could say he didn't have elite skill position players offensively. It was more so scheme and just execution of the scheme, but they also wrote a dang good defense that definitely had ballers on it. Definitely had some of the best players in the league on that defense. They rode that defense to some championships. And then they just had adequate quarterback play, right? A guy in Tom Brady that was young, but just didn't put the ball in harm's way. Seemed to have the moxie that even though he was not the greatest skill set at the position at the time, keep in mind the time frame we're talking about, he had the moxie to still make a play. Like, to me, I don't know, man, these conversations are funny, bro. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, come on, man. Come on. These conversations are so disingenuous. They're so fake. I mean, to me, the answer is very obvious. I said it during the offseason. I said, you want to improve Jalen Hurts, treat him like he's Josh Allen. Go get him a Stephon Diggs. You know, Gabriel Davis got drafted for them. They started putting in these little pieces. And by the way, speaking on going back to Josh Allen, how well was Josh Allen playing earlier in the season in the red zone? How many picks did he throw? How many games did he personally cost the Bills because he couldn't execute in the red zone? Come on, man. Like, some of these conversations, they're funny to me. They're just absolutely funny to me because they remove so much of the context. Like, good football teams that have won a lot of games, like 12 out of 13 games you've played in, it's bound to be more than just a single player elevating the play of the team. It's bound to be a collection of guys that are making you quite good. Whatever, man. It is what it is. What can we do, right, guys? All right, y'all. Look, real quick, man. Hey, I launched the Gate City Sports Store, guys. You can get this nice black, check this out, man, black trucker's cap. With, once again, the white lettering, white Gate City lettering, the green Cerebral Football logo with the actual white sunshades in there, sunglasses, the shades, bro. Like, guys, this is nice. Let me show you real quick. Turn around, you guys see the back of it. It's a nice little ball cap, man. I got things in here like this right here, guys. Check this out, hoodie, fleece-lined hoodie. This is my niece's favorite. I got fleece-lined hoodies together, man. I got coffee mugs. Coffee mugs. We got a lot of stuff there, man. Check the store out, guys. I appreciate everyone that buys from it. You know I love y'all for everything y'all do and the support you guys show the channel. Guys, I went with a different vendor. I tried to get better quality products for a better price. And by the way, it took me like 5 months to do that. So that's why we had product offerings over the summer. And then you saw them go away because I wasn't happy with the product. I wanted to upgrade. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all so much. And hey, man, I'll see you guys on the next video.